Yeah, I'm just waiting to go into the gym, so I got a few minutes here.
Okay. Oh, can you guys see me?
Yeah, gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, we got you.
Okay. Welcome everybody. This is your girl, Laker Girl, and I am your host. And we have today my co-host, Angry Lakers Fan Media, and we have from ESPN 710, Steve Mason. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
I like that radio voice you got, man. It sounds like we on your show.
I got the pipes. Yeah, no, we'll talk like regular people here. We don't have to talk like radio people.
All right. I was told you want to talk about the Olympics.
I love the Olympics, man. Did you guys watch?
Yes, I watched.
Yeah, I mean, I was just blown away. I've gotten to do broadcast like 7 Olympics for NBC and Westwood One, which has been an amazing experience, a huge part of my career. And so I love the Olympics when they come around. And I think Paris did an amazing job. Team USA had so many great performances. I had a blast watching the Olympics. And then last night we're getting ready for LA. So we saw Dre and Snoop on stage. We saw Billie Eilish. We saw Red Hot Chili Peppers getting ready for 4 years from now, which is going to be unbelievably exciting.
Man, that LA traffic is going to be, man, I don't even want to think about it.
It's going to be weird. Although everybody says the last time the Olympics happened, everybody knew to stay home and they didn't go on the freeway. And I was reading here that most people going to venues and stuff is going to be, and I've been to Olympics, so I know this is true. It's going to be a lot of buses, going to be a lot of the new trains are all going to be operational. Trucks are going to have to deliver overnight as opposed to during the daytime. So they're going to do the best they can. But yeah, it's going to be crazy with the traffic.
You plan on being there?
I will be there. In fact, that's I've talked about. Now I've sort of backed off of it. I thought maybe that'd be the last thing I do in my career. I'd retire after that, but I'm not anywhere close to retiring. But I'm definitely going to work the games and definitely going to be all over them.
All right.
Yes. I think my favorite part of the Olympics was watching LeBron and them get gold. I was screaming.
Yeah, that was a great game on Saturday. It was unbelievable.
It was nice. It was nice to have Vanessa Bryant in the crowd. Her and her family was there.
It was very cool. In fact, they unveiled a 2028 Olympics logo with Kobe, a Kobe version of it, which is really, really cool. That sheath sort of logo that they've got for Kobe is part of the sample Olympics icon. So it's really cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I seen it on her Instagram. It was cool. It was cool. They
really
did the letter A. Yeah. I'm gonna just say it like this, Mace.
Okay.
First of all, thank you for being on this show.
Sure.
I know I heard y'all say y'all were both happy for LeBron James. Me being a Lakers fan, I'm happy for LeBron James, but I'm probably the only Lakers fan in the world whose favorite player is Steph Curry. I was happy for him. I was.
Wow. That is weird. He's unbelievable, and I made some crazy shots. But I'm surprised to hear you say that, given your Lakers fandom. But he was great. It was fun to watch LeBron and Steph play together. You wonder what they would have been able to do had they ever been on the same team in the league.
Oh, it'd be a championship if everybody stay healthy and we got the right pieces around us. It'll be a championship for sure.
Oh yeah.
I agree. Everybody said they could see Curry and LeBron playing together as a Laker. That would be nice.
Yeah, I think LeBron will probably wrap up his career as a Laker, and Steph will wrap up his career as a Warrior, and we won't ever see it. But we got to see a little bit of it at the Olympics, which was cool.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it was. It had everybody coming up with trade packages and.
Yes, and there's been a lot of crazy trade packages that have floated around today that are entertaining, but highly, highly unlikely.
Yes. And then I also watched the women get the gold.
Went right down to the wire, huh?
Yes, it did.
I just thought it was amazing.
Had she not been on the line, there'd be overtime, and who knows what would have happened.
Yeah.
I just thought it was amazing how it was USA versus France in both men and women's basketball. Like it was just, it seemed like it was set up that way.
Yeah, well, you know what's interesting is when you go to an Olympics or when you're at an Olympics, the home country always has a gigantic year. Like France did
Hmm.
well in everything, and it's partly because they're playing in front of their home country and the crowd is behind them in every game. And I think that's one of the reasons why we saw France in both gold medal games in basketball.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, China. I think China had the most gold medals by one. They had like 39. We had the most overall,
Yep,
but
I
China
think
had the most gold.
we ended up at exactly 40 and 40. It
Yeah,
was
that was
it was a
crazy.
40-40 tie for gold, and then U.S. won. We won by far the most medals.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, it was a good Olympics. I didn't watch everything. I think the first event I did watch, like in the earlier portion of it, was rugby. That was like my first time ever watching rugby. It was
Rugby's
actually
hard.
fun to watch. Yeah, it is. I see it. It's like watching NFL without pads on, man. They,
Without
they was
pads,
out there.
exactly. That's a tough ass game, man. That's a tough ass game.
I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I got to watch it more. I don't even know how to find rugby or when the season starts, but
I
I'm
know
like,
there's a professional rugby league, but yeah, I don't exactly know either. You know, a lot of these sports are kind of like every 4 years for me. Like it's unlikely I watch a swimming event or a track event in a non-Olympic year, but during the Olympics, all of a sudden I become a fan of I become an expert in diving and gymnastics and fencing and rowing and all this stuff. But it's kind of an every 4 years thing for me.
hmm
Yes. I think my first thing I watched, I was proud of Simone.
Yeah, she was amazing,
She
amazing.
was.
You know, at the last Olympics I did was in Rio, and Mary Lou Retton was our analyst, and she said when Mary Lou Retton was a gymnast, she said they couldn't even have imagined the stuff that Simone Biles is doing. It's just like she's so far past what conventional gymnastics were like that she's reinvented this. I mean, I think there are like 5, 6 moves, gymnastics moves that are specifically named after her, and she's the only person that can do any of them. So she's just in the ultimate goat in her sport.
Yeah. Yeah, she is.
do you think she's like the overall Olympic goat, or would you get that to somebody like Michael Phelps?
Michael Phelps has won more medals, more gold medals than anybody in Olympics history. So I mean, based on all countries, I mean he's won more than anybody. So yeah, it's Michael Phelps. But I'm telling you, she's one of the greatest athletes in history. What she's able to do is just extraordinary.
Yes.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is.
Yes, she is.
I for one didn't like the criticism Michael Phelps used to get. I mean, I understand it was, banned at that time, I guess, but it ain't like it was, performance enhancing. I mean, but I don't know. I just always thought he was a good athlete at what he did, with the swimming and all that. He's like dare I say it, he's like the New York Yankees of the
Yeah,
Olympics.
yeah, he really is. He swam well every time he was there and piled up hardware like crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you off, like a girl. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. Yeah, I was looking at the 2028 Olympics roster, and they were saying it's possibly that KD could be on it for the one in LA.
That would be
Oh,
5
really?
for KD, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
KD's got 4. I would imagine he will try to get 5.
yeah. And everybody is thinking they don't know if LeBron will do it, but do you
I
think LeBron
wonder
will be on it?
the
I
fact that
wonder
he's
if Bronny's
playing.
gonna do it.
Oh
Bronny's
yeah,
gonna
I wonder if Bronny will do it.
Bronny's a ways off. I don't know if we can project him as an Olympian at this point in time. I think break into our rotation before you start thinking about making the Olympic team.
Hey, I like that. I like keeping it real, Steve Mason.
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
We like that over here. So I heard you say you going to the gym earlier. What gym you go to? What gym?
I've got a trainer named Steve Zim. He's trained people like Christian Bale and Chris Evans, all these guys. So it's called a Tighter U. It's a personal training gym. It's in Culver City, and Steve Zim is like one of the renowned trainers in the world. He's a friend of mine. So after all these years, I said, okay, Steve, I'm ready to go. So he's been training me, and it's been making a huge difference.
So you about to get trained like Batman and Captain America.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, Chris Evans used to get sand kicked in his face at the beach. Now look at him.
There you go, man. That's. I wish I could afford a personal trainer. I mean, I'm sure you'll see some good results because Christian Bale and Chris Evans always looked like they were in shape when they played those characters. So
they do look good. Yeah, I've got a ways to go. I'm in my 5th month of hardcore working out, but I'm working my way towards my 60th birthday in March, and that's when I intend to be at my peak.
Oh, you're
happy early birthday! If I don't talk to you,
thank you.
You're a March baby too. I'm a March baby.
Yep, March 23rd.
Oh, mine's the 24th.
Oh, there you go. So we're right there.
Yes.
See, it was a reason why this came about. Y'all are almost birthday twins. It looks like.
There you go. That's probably why it all worked out. Why all the planets lined up.
There you go.
I know we're just going to talk about Olympics, but I got a question for you about the Dodgers, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure.
So with us having Mookie Betts back, is that going to help us win some more games?
Absolutely. I mean, they've got only a 3.5 game lead right now on the Padres and on the Diamondbacks. But I think Mookie coming back into the lineup is just a game changer. And I think, by the way, the fact that they're putting him in right field is the right thing to do. It makes the Dodgers better. They've got Gavin Lux, who really, the way he's hitting, needs to be playing every day at second base. Miguel Rojas is a better defensive shortstop than Mookie is. They're thin in the outfield. They were getting no production from right field. It just makes too much sense. And yes, they become a much better baseball team with Mookie Betts in that lineup every day.
Yes, I agree. I can't wait. I can't wait to watch the game on the 24th when they honor Kobe for Kobe Day.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that is very cool.
Yes.
And they're giving away jerseys too.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know how many they're giving out.
It's like a Dodger Kobe jersey, which is really cool.
Yes.
Yeah, I wish I can go, but Dodger Stadium is a ways from me. I stay in the Inland Empire, so it's like a ways from me. I ain't been to a Dodger game in like 2 years.
Yeah. Well, it's hellacious to get in and out, but it's still my favorite place to watch a baseball game.
Oh yeah. I'm actually that type of Dodgers fan that actually likes to be there watching the game rather than watching it on TV. It's just a whole different vibe.
It sure is.
Beautiful stadiums, beautiful people, all of that.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. I have to make my way to Dodger Stadium one day. Like I said, I'm a Dodgers fan.
You wait a minute. You've never been to Dodger Stadium?
I've never been to Dodger Stadium.
Oh, geez. Come on. We got to get you out there.
I think because you stay in Fresno, so it's
I stay in Fresno.
Are you in Fresno? Is that where you are?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How did you find ESPN LA?
I found it through because when I listened to John Arlen on the radio, he told me about it, and he was like, and that's how I've been listening to ESPN LA for like a while now.
Yeah, wow. Well, we appreciate you, and I love being on the show with you.
Yeah, I mean, listening to the playbacks of Sports Graffiti, you guys do a good job.
Yeah, thanks. It's fun. It's a fun gig. It's an amazing gig. Fun.
Yeah,
I can see because John Arlen, when he was on here, he said some great things about you and the job and all that.
Yeah, I mean, John is just a fantastic guy, and obviously, just a professional in terms of broadcasting. I mean, his play-by-play work is impeccable, and then he is great to work with every day. I mean, we've been going at it now for 30 years, 20 years at ESPN. He's a great friend, and just, it's hard to say how chemistry happens, but John and I had it from the very beginning, and I think that's the reason we're still around after all these years.
Yes.
Okay. I realize you're a busy man, Steve Mason. I don't want you to to not look like Chris Evans, but I got one more question for you, bro.
Yes.
Me personally, I got one more question for you.
All right, let it rip.
What was your inspiration? Who inspired you to get into radio?
So when I was a little kid, I used to listen to talk radio all night long.
Hmm.
And there was a guy named Tom Snyder, who was a late night talk show host for ABC Radio. And it would be 3 a.m., 4 a.m. I'd be listening to Tom Snyder. Years later, after I, had become a broadcaster, I got hired to co-host the Late Late Show with Tom Snyder at CBS. It was my big break, and it was also amazingly like this full circle moment. I went from listening to this guy late at night in my bedroom on talk radio, national talk radio, to actually working with him every night. It was an unbelievable thrill, but I would say Tom was like my greatest inspiration.
And you said you're doing this for 30 years? You said 30 years?
30 years in Los Angeles, and I started when I was 15, actually. So I'm 69 or 59 now. So I've been doing it a long time, but I was on the radio when I was 15 in Toledo, Ohio, and came to LA in 92. So I've been out here for 30 plus years doing it. Yeah, I mean, this is home now. LA is home for me.
Hey, that's all that matters, man.
Yes.
Yeah. City of
Welcome
Champions.
to LA.
Yes. I have a question for you. Who is your favorite Laker to interview?
It probably was Kobe. Kobe has had an aura about him. Like I always say some people were just meant to be stars. They just have whatever that thing is. Kobe had that thing. He would have been a star whether he was a basketball player or something else in life, because he just had that magnitude, that charisma, that aura of about him. And interviewing him was fascinating because you could throw him all the basketball questions you wanted, and then what he really wanted was like that last question, whether it was about his a movie he saw or a book he read or his animated film, which went on to win the Academy Award. All that stuff he loved to talk about. And one of the many reasons why losing Kobe was such a tragedy is I always wonder what he might have done beyond basketball. I mean, he had already won an Academy Award. What else was Kobe Bryant going to do? I mean, I just think the sky is the limit. And talking to him, I always had the feeling I was talking to somebody who was a basketball player, but who was so much more than just a basketball player. So I would say of all the Lakers, Kobe was the one I most loved interviewing.
That's awesome.
Okay.
I think if he was still alive today, I think he would coach women's basketball.
You know what? I think that's a great thought, because I would not surprise me at all to have seen him coaching his daughter or coaching youth basketball or coaching. Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, girl dad all the way. I think he absolutely would have been coaching his daughters.
Yeah, I know I said this was my last question, but you brought up Kobe, so I got to ask you this. You say you interviewed him.
Yes.
Do you remember any type of advice or gem he gave you that stuck with you?
The one thing I took from Kobe more than anything was, and all the stories are legendary. It's 4 a.m. He's in the gym, all that stuff. It's sort of a mantra that I have. I know John has it too, is, you can make up for a lack of talent by working really, really hard. Like Kobe was exceptionally talented and he was a grinder. He worked really hard. I've got some talent, but I've worked really hard in life. And so one of the things I've always said is never be outworked. Like we have interns at the station or people I work with or kids saying, hey, how do I make it in the business? All that kind of stuff. Never get outworked. There is no excuse for it. And that's why Kobe was in the gym at 4 a.m. And that's why he was at games, 3 hours early shooting. He never got outworked. So I think that's what I took away from Kobe more than anything.
Speaking of outwork, that was that just reminded me that I'm heading to the gym just like you, except I'm not gonna be looking like Batman.
No, there you. Well, I got months. I got 6 months or a year before I look like Batman. But I'm grinding away the very best I can. Mamba mentality, right?
Yes.
There you go. That's on my license plate, Mamba mentality.
There you go. Oh, I love that, man. I love that.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So I'm personally about to head to the gym. I personally want to thank you for stopping by.
Absolutely, guys. I
And
love being on. I appreciate you. Unfortunately, I always look forward to your calls on Sports Graffiti too.
Yeah, I try to call when I can. Sometimes I cannot get through.
Yep. Well,
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Mason. Thank you,
being
Mr.
on your
Mason, so
show.
much.
Thank you very much for having me, and congratulations on the show. And let me know when you want me back.
We
will.
I tell people, if you let me know when you want to come back, because I know I have John Ireland in September, and
Cool.
then I have a special guest coming tomorrow at 5 p.m.
Nice. Well, especially during Laker season, let's check in.
Definitely.
There you go.
Yes, definitely.
All right, guys. Thanks for having me.
All right, no problem. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for coming on.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Everybody, I appreciate you guys coming in to my interview. Appreciate all the support and all the love. This is your girl, Laker Girl. I'm out.
You book.